Let me throw this aside because we're gonna get into the I'm right. But we're gonna cut that out. Don't worry about it. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Tally,
Gizmo, D, Trini.
Yeah, we up here talking about your new album.
Yes,
Tokyo Ronin Dose
2. Tokyo Ronin 2. That is indeed the new album out now. By the time this drops.
Yeah. So if you didn't know, there's Tokyo Ronin 1 and there's Tokyo Ronin 2. This is the sequel to Tokyo Ronin the first. And I have to say, how do you feel that it's all out? It's out now.
Yeah.
Done.
Dog, it's crazy. You, for one, know how hard I worked on this damn project.
Yeah.
I was looking at it, and I've actually been working on this project for like 2.5 years. Minimum. Like, I think like Uno was recorded like over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just been like sitting and formulating and putting everything together, and like we went through the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Went through the 24-hour live stream. Like,
oh my God. That was
Mans was fighting to make this project come through, and it's finally here. Tokyo Ronin 2. So I feel relieved, man. I feel absolutely fantastic that it's here and I can finally share this art with the people.
Yeah, first of all, congratulations that you got this album out. I know it's been like you said, it's been a project you've been working on for a long time.
For a minute.
Got some questions for you.
What's up?
About the album? Okay.
Yes, ask away.
Oh, it's really small.
Damn, don't tell me what your girls be saying about you.
All right. I'm trying not to interview Black Magnificent, okay?
Oh God, Black Magnificent.
All right. So my first question is actually going to go back to the original project, Tokyo Ronin 1, in the sense that what inspired you to do a Tokyo Ronin concept?
Yeah. So I said this before, but Tokyo Ronin 1 kind of came from like a dark place. I was in Japan for a while, and I felt very much on my own. Yeah. Like I wasn't on good grounds with my parents. I wasn't really talking to much family. And like it just seemed like my friends and stuff weren't really hitting me up. I just felt like I was on my own. Nobody really rocking with me. And that inspired the idea of the Ronin, right? Which is a Tokyo Ronin. A Ronin is a samurai with no master, right? And also influenced by things like a major influence would be Samurai Champloo. Yeah. My favorite character, Jin, in Samurai Champloo, is a Ronin, right? And a lot of the story of Tokyo Ronin is molded around Jin, pretty much. So yeah, that with the concept of no masters, I have no masters, nobody I need to follow. I'm following my own path, my own style. Yeah. But also it's like, if you serve nothing else, then you're kind of at a loss as well, because you have nothing to serve. You don't really have anything to live for as well. So
the whole idea of a Ronin is somebody who is not just masterless, but kind of alone in the world too. Alone
in the world. There's strength to being comfortable in your loneliness, but also there's weakness as well. So like, though it's like, no masters, ain't nobody messing with me, ain't nobody rocking my style, but like if you have no masters, you serve nothing, and you could feel a sense of loneliness by having no direct purpose in serving nothing. So,
and also, but is there like a positive, like all your accomplishments are self-made? Is that like a kind of like a positive spin on the Ronin?
That is the Ronin is is that, of course, like it's a double-edged sword. Okay. So there's a good side to being a Ronin, and there's also a bad side to being a Ronin. But like, of course, there's a good side to accomplishing doing this by myself. But let's be completely honest, I was not able to accomplish this by myself because of the people that supported me. Like, you helped me out and everything. Like, I had a ton of people like rocking with me to get this done. So had I had to do this by myself, I probably would not have been able to do it. The first one I did by myself, and it took a really long time, and it would have been the same thing with this one. But like, no man is an island, so there's pros and cons to being a Ronin,
There is. Nice. When you finished that project, Tokyo Ronin 1,
yes,
did you feel that the Ronin had a satisfactory ending? Like, because at that time, from what I heard from you too, Tokyo Ronin was like supposed to be like a one-off.
Yeah, it was
right.
A
you had a
project,
beginning, like a middle, and an end to that story.
Yeah.
Did you feel like if you just had left Tokyo Ronin 1 there, would it have been a satisfactory ending for you personally?
For me, I think I intended to leave it like a one and done project, but a part of me also left it open.
Okay.
Because at the end of it, Tokyo Ronin 1, something happens, and there's still more to build on. But I did essentially think, I was like, okay, this is just Tokyo Ronin. It's done. We're moving on. But so many people like that project, and so many people like, yo, when's Tokyo Ronin 2? When's Tokyo Ronin 2? When's Tokyo Ronin 2?
Yeah.
That it started, the brain started percolating, and like I went back and I listened to the project. I was like, yo, this is dope, man. Like, bro, I could do it better. I can make it better. And I went back and I watched Samurai Champloo again. And I was like, dang, what like, how else can I build on this? How else could I formulate and add more to it? And then like, I just couldn't stop. Like, I couldn't get the ideas out of my head, and that sparked it. But anyway, I'm not gonna say anything else. But currently, I will say that I really like doing projects in trilogies.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave that.
Okay.
No, because you can't just stop on like a part 2. Like, you gotta end it on the trilogy.
I mean,
like, I've done Big in Japan. I've done Big in Japan 1, 2, 3.
So Big in Japan is.
I mean, I could go back to Big in Japan, but currently I don't really feel the need to.
Okay.
But I feel that 3 is a nice number to. It's a nice. That 33.3% recurring. It's like it's like cool.
Speaking of Big in Japan, right?
Big in Japan, yes.
You have a kind of like a lexicon of characters and I would say genres of music, right? Well, Big in Japan has its own sound, right?
Yes.
Big in Japan. Then you have Negatron.
Yes.
Who has its own sound, right?
Yes.
We have Gizmo the Trini, who has its own sound too.
Yeah.
Though he hasn't been heard as much, like just him lately. He has some singles and things like that.
Yeah.
But Tokyo Ronin, right? That's a different voice. Like, I feel like that's a different character.
I pretty much think Gizmo the Trini is on Tokyo Ronin. Like, I think you'd see more of my Trinidadian influence and using more of my Trini voice when I did Callaloo. Yeah. But in this, like on Uno, like I incorporated the Trininess, but like I also incorporated some Trini slang and stuff throughout the song, like on Zen Zen No Way.
Right, too, has a little bit.
A drift has a little bit, but like even like in the bars on Zen Zen No Way, as a coast on and you can see me slide, right?
Yeah.
To coast on somebody in Trinidad, you're coasting. You're acting like you're too cool.
Yeah.
I've heard you say that. Yeah, you're coasting, man, coasting. Yeah. So like I incorporated the slang, but I just said it like an American. So I am Trinidadian. Trinidad influences a lot of my art. Whether or not I'm singing directly as a Trinidadian is different. There are like you said, a drift has direct Trini accent. Like a Uno has direct Trininess. But Gizmo the Trini, I'm Gizmo the Trini. I think I will. I've been writing some other stuff as well. I think I will go more towards the Trini side of things later on. Tokyo Ronin.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to. I think the main focus of Tokyo Ronin 2 was telling the story of the Ronin. And I mean, being Trinidadian plays into my music, of course, as a Trinidadian, you know. But like the main focus was how do I convey the message and the story across properly, and I don't think it really demanded so much of me bringing out like, you know, I'll go bust out for you. I'll go bust out a soca song for you. Yeah. On a Tokyo Ronin too.
That was more Callaloo.
That's you gonna get down on Callaloo.
You gonna have another Callaloo?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Not Callaloo.
No 3-parter?
No, not Callaloo. Callaloo is really dear to me, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
But like in the aspect of, you know, using more of my Trini, being something more Trini hip hop oriented, I have other ideas for projects that I'd like to do. But we talking about Tokyo Ronin, fool.
And we're gonna talk about, bro. Let me throw this aside because we're gonna get into the meat. I'm right in the meat and potatoes. Meat and potatoes.
You said we gonna get.
We're gonna cut that out. Don't worry about it. We cut that one out. Don't worry about it.
Bro,
we're getting the meat and the potatoes of this album.
Why? You have some latent ability. You have like some latent ability.
Late meat and potatoes. You know, I gotta get them off guard.
My man just started meat. Pause. We gonna get into the meat.
We gonna talk about reparations.
I'm blacker than
some very
Candace Owens.
sad news. Get your tissues out. It's very
I'm
sad.
blacker than Candace Owens.
Baby.
Reparations.
Reparations.
Yes.
Now reparations. Why'd you have to go ahead and knock? What?
What's wrong with reparations?
I mean, you tell me.
Well, I'm just saying, conservatives love the song Reparations.
Oh, really?
Can't get enough.
The further right you are, the more you endorse it.
The further right you are, the more you enjoy the song Reparations. Conservative homies out there, please, by all means, share it with your other conservative homies. The song called Reparations on Tokyo Ronin 2. I guarantee you're gonna have it up there right next to Chris Rock and all them other whack rappers y'all be listening to, whatever.
We all know the talking points of Candace Owens does not resonate.
Queen Candace Owens.
Queen Candace
does not
Owens.
resonate with the black community.
Yes.
However,
You know what's funny about that? So many white conservatives
oh no.
seem to tell me
Yes.
that Candace Owens is blacker than I am. Which I think it's so funny as someone that's not a part of the black community, being a white person, how you know what's best and who best represents the black community.
Everyone has their own interests in heart.
that's-
Because you know
that's so
when Candace
crazy.
Owens talks,
It's like
she's on the side.
it's like I play Digimon and I'm telling you the best Pokemon. I don't know nothing about Pokemon, but I'm just like, hey son, that Pidgeotto go hard.
Harder than yo,
Bro, that
whatever.
Pidgeotto- What? Mewtwo? I don't know about that. Pidgeotto though. Pidgeotto though.
I mean, it's ridiculous, and I know that a lot of people have a lot of strong viewpoints. But one of the reasons why you made that track is to have some conversation with people, right? You wanted people to hear that song and feel a certain way.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And I think that's music is art. You should be able.
It should invoke something.
Right.
Yes.
You should be able to evoke some emotions, whether they're happy, sometimes they're gonna be sad, sometimes they're gonna be angry.
So far,
So far it's just angry.
so far they've been pleasantly angry.
Pleasantly angry. Do you think that I want to know why you chose Candace Owens over, because you had a track about Trump.
Yes.
You've had a track about Putin.
I had a track about Putin
Right.
too. Yeah.
Why was the next one on your, I would not say hit list, but
Yeah.
the next person?
Damn, you gonna put me on the FBI watch?
But
What you doing?
But like music,
First you put me on,
hits.
put me on the
hits.
sus watch.
Oh
Now
my
you gonna
God.
put me on the FBI watch. Come on, man.
Musical hit.
Music.
Why? Why
No,
is it? Why was she on
honestly, I can't. I'm rather indifferent to Shorty. I mean, like whatever. I see her as a swindler. Like she's getting
She's
the bag.
capitalizing
Yes,
off
yes.
of-
And to the detriment of which would make her a certain animal with darkened eyes and that But the main thing is like, Owens. I said, start paying back what you owe. It went
well.
together. I'm blacker than Candace Owens. This reparations, start paying back what you owe. It just went really well together,
It did.
And she could get the smoke because she over there. So it's cool. It just went together with the whole theme of the song. And though the hook itself doesn't really, like the blacker than Candace Owens part is just like a fact I'm stating because yes, my white conservative brethren out there, I am indeed blacker than Candace Owens. And for you, that's kind of wild for you to tell me I'm not blacker than Candace Owens. But anyway, it's just a fact that I'm spitting. And it goes well with the whole thing. Because the Candace Owens part, I think what a lot of people miss about this song, the main part of it is like, no matter who you are, where you are, your financial status, what you do, you're still black.
Yes.
You're still black.
You're still black. At the end of the day, you are black.
Like I said, Hova told you. It was a light skin, dark skin, still a nigga. Hova told you, right?
Yeah.
I also said like what did I say, man? Man, Man, I forgot the bar, bro. I forgot the bar. I'm trying to remember right now. Or run the crib like Susie. Man, I forgot, bro. Like it's a quick to grab the biscuit. Summertime, spin your block. Whoever next to you can get it. I'm the nigga in the burbs, Wall Street behind the badge. Politician in the system, 3/5 of a human being, bitch. I'm blacker than Candace Owens. Look who I said. I'm the nigga in the burbs.
Yeah.
Wall Street.
Yes.
Behind the badge.
Yes.
3/5 of a human being. It don't like you're still black.
Yeah, sure.
And like even if you don't like what Candace Owens is doing, which I don't, she's still a black person, and her voice and her experience is still black. You know.
So then how can you say in that song, I'm blacker than Candace Owens?
Because I'm blacker than Candace Owens.
Okay. So this is kind of what threw me for a loop, though I love the song. Mm-hmm. How does this tie into the Ronin?
It ties into the Ronin? To the Ronin, I would say it's kind of there are tracks on the song that fit directly to the story. Yeah. But some tracks are just like tracks. Okay. There are songs that are like directly connected to the story, directly connected to the Ronin. But like you can say Meet Me in Osaka doesn't necessarily tie directly to the Ronin. It's just like a song affiliated with Japan. And the Reparations it would tie to the Ronin more towards like that reckless energy. Yeah. Like my sword is out now, because it comes off Reparations comes off the heels of Uno, right? Yeah. And after Uno is like there's a sword fight happening, right? So it's essentially swords are out, like I'm going to war now, right? Yeah. And I'm not going to spoil too much of the album because but you do have to have a little bit of understanding of Japanese. But towards that part of the album, there's a fight with allies, essentially. Allies against enemies, right? Yeah. And if you listen to the context of the song Reparations, it's like Locks My Legacy, Sons of Kings and Queens. And like it's like saying like from the US to UK to Brazil to all these different countries, from the islands to US to UK to Brazil, we're from the same motherland, we all African, none of them can copy our beat, move to our dance, like, you know, like no matter where you are in the world, you are black people, and like black people all over the world should come together to, you know, break the chains and share in our blackness, you know, and like in certain places black people are treated less than favorably, and if we come together, it's like united we stand, even sticks in a bundle and broken by decrepit hands. So like that's so like it's a call to, it comes off during the fights where allies are unifying, and it's a unification song for blackness, you know. So and
the beat hits hard though.
Yo, shout out Teddy Robinson on the beat, because that beat is stupid. Yeah. Much like the conservatives who want to tell me I am not as black as Candace Owens.
Let me get back to the question that I had. I had to ask that one. Mm-hmm. Do you have any outside inspiration for this album, either from other artists or albums that you've heard, or some other form of art? Which we talked about Samurai Champloo. Was there any other inspiration that got infused into this album?
I would say, like, coming off Reparations, like I was inspired by A$AP Rocky beat. Ooh. Like I was like, yo, Teddy, I want this beat. Like I think it was like A$AP Rocky, LSD, right?
Oh yeah.
And like started in Hollywood, like really smooth song, right? I said, I want you to take that beat, make it knock, and like make it dirty. Yeah. And he said like, bet.
Say less.
20 minutes he cooked up that beat. Damn. And I was like, and I of course I didn't know I was gonna write Reparations, but it's what was inspired. But as far as inspiration for Tokyo Ronin 2, I will go directly with Samurai Champloo. Okay. Like without Samurai Champloo and Jin's story in particular, there would not be Tokyo Ronin 1 or 2.
Samurai Champloo, watch that shit. Yeah, it's good.
Yo, you know, it turned 20 years. Damn. This month, it's 20 years now.
I need to watch it again.
Yeah, as do I. Artistic inspirations behind Tokyo Ronin 2. Who would I go with? I would say, Who have I been listening to? Who has listened? I've been writing this for 2 years. Like,
yes, you finished writing this about what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's been written for a while, but I'm trying to think like directly what artists I could think of. I say like JID. I've been rocking with JID, but I don't think he like.
I don't know if
I don't think he like. No, I don't think like yo. I listen to JID. I want to be like that, but I was just like yo. I need to step up the pen game kind of thing, and like Kendrick as well too. But I'll tell you about Kendrick though. Like while I was writing this and recording this project, Kendrick dropped Mr. Morale. And I was like, oh god damn it, bro! This whole album is like self-reflection, therapy, yada yada yada. Like
so people
will say that like you know, but because I mean, well, you have to listen to the album to figure out like.
But you had finished this long before
that. Mr. Morale dropped. But like it kind of bothered me a little bit. So.
Right. Just like you were talking about, maybe Eminem goes out and disses Candace Owens, and then maybe
I'm gonna call a biter because I'm dissing Candace Owens.
But the thing is, it's like
go diss Taylor Swift instead. Shout out my boy. You know, I'm just shout out my boy.
But again, you had this already written. It had been done.
It's just like a lot of with me. It's like funding. I don't have the funds to.
It just
takes time
a little bit longer to get these up. Whereas mainstream artists have the publishers behind them.
Yes,
they can just knock. They have much quicker.
The label behind them to pay for everything.
As we saw with Drake and Kendrick, right? They were knocking out tracks in a week, baby.
We're not gonna get to that. We're not gonna open that can of worms. Kung Fu Kenny, boy. Kung Fu Kenny.